Good morning. I'm out in the garden today and pruning tomato plants. So I thought I'd give y'all just a quick little video, give you a little bit of advice on when your tomato plants are real bushy, but they're starting to produce the tomatoes. It's real important to start pruning down some of the leafy vegetation, especially on the bottom, just to get some air circulation, just get the airflow in there so you don't have problems with mold or mildew, rotting of the tomatoes. Plus you'll be able to see if there's any worms, hornworms, a little bit easier. So I'm going to turn this around and just show y'all a few things of what I'm doing. Okay, so hang on just a second. Okay, so I've already pruned this one on the bottom. I've just cut some of these lower branches off just to kind of give it some airflow through there, but you don't want to take everything off of it because then you could get sun scald. So what I'm doing, I'm working my way up. I'm not gonna take off a whole lot of these because this is facing the west. The west sun's gonna beat on these. So I'm gonna leave some of this leafy growth just to kind of give it a little bit of a shade. But what you do is you come in here and you kind of evaluate where you could get some airflow. So this one right here, I could take this one off because it's on the bottom, it's not shading anything, it's kind of toward the inside. But you see how it opens it up and it gives you an area where the airflow can come through. Now in the back side, I believe this one right here is probably an extra vine, so I'm not gonna cut it. It'll probably produce tomatoes higher up. But let's see, that one's shading, so I'm gonna leave it. And if you come on up, you'll see these are really hidden. So you wanna kind of look and see what's shading them. So this one is kind of shading them. I'll just take a little bit off right here, just to kind of see what I'm doing. I'll take a little bit off right here, just to kind of open up the airflow. Don't want to uncover. So actually, I could probably cut this one a little more. So I don't know if you can see me in there. When I cut that, gives you a little bit more airflow. Okay, that's all you want to do. Just leave some of this for the shade. As you come on up, I don't have to prune much any higher because these aren't as full as I want them, as big. See, this is the size you're wanting to kind of prune away. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next one. I don't think I can prune any more on that one. So on this one, as you can see, it's pretty leafy and overgrown. So I need some airflow in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start here, taking some of these outside branches. I've got some tomatoes there, so I don't know that I want to take this one off yet because it's kind of shading it. I can come down lower and I can cut. Let's see if I've got this. I can cut there because it gives me some good airflow. You don't want your tomatoes touching the ground if possible. So also a lot of growth, leafy growth will take away or it'll use up a lot of the moisture and the nutrients. So it's a good thing to see if I can get under here with my video and cut this one out because it's on the inside and it gives you some airflow. See how easy that is? And then let's see. So this one, I don't want to take away a whole lot of cover. Of course, that one's on the inside, so it's probably not going to be as critical. But see, if I took that one away, it would be pretty exposed. So I'm going to kind of leave that there. Let's leave it there. You just kind of see how I just cleared that little spot where some air can come in through there in the center. And then further inside, you can always take off these inside pieces because, I don't know if y'all can see, I'm not the greatest videoer and worker at the same time. There you go. See how that opens up that inside? And that's all you want to do. Takes a little bit of selective pruning. And this one, let's see if I can show y'all some more. Now this is a sucker that came off of this lower branches, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it produce. It'll probably produce some smaller tomatoes. Whenever you have suckers, they're usually smaller. I used to always prune off all the suckers from the bottom all the way to the top, and that's what gives you the really large tomatoes. But this year I'm doing it a little different. I'm leaving some suckers. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here and see where my tomatoes are. So I don't have any on the bottom. Don't need to shade. Take the inside. Take that one. And see how that gives me some good airflow in there. All right, here's another tip. If you'll notice, we've had a lot of rain, and so the rain has washed away the soil from these top superficial roots. So what I do is I'll take a little bit of soil from the side here and put it on the top, just to kind of protect those little roots. The inside's pretty protected, but this way, protect them from the heat. All right, let's see. Got that one. All right, let's see what we got. Now this cluster of tomatoes is on the inside, which is great because it'll be protected from the sun. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to give it some airflow. And as long as you're not protecting a tomato, or it's not a branch that has tomatoes on it, you can go ahead and prune it. Okay, see how that works? Now these upper ones, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave them real bushy. I'm gonna leave all the growth there and wait until I can selectively prune it. Okay, y'all, I guess that's enough of that. But that's how you prune your tomatoes after they've set the fruit and they've put on a good size. Okay? Happy gardening. Until next time. God bless y'all. Bye-bye.